Afternoon world, welcome to Wednesday 16th of April, and guess where we are? Alright, so obviously quite a few of you know exactly where I am. But for those that don't, this is Tether Farm. So again, for all you newbies who don't know this place, this is, or was, until the second half of last year, my dad's farm. And I still refer to it as Dad's farm. He passed the reins over to me a couple of weeks before the budget when Rachel from accounts decided to completely cock us all up with inheritance tax. So yeah, he saw that coming and did something about it. Thanks, Dad. But so this is 103 acres, 65 acres of cereal, about 20 odd acres of grass, and about 8 acres of woodland. And then a bit of a mixture in between, sort of hedges and ponds and stuff like that. So we've been coming over here quite regularly in this last week to look at the barley, because we were a bit concerned about how dry it was. We've had some rain, not a lot and not really enough, but it will keep it going. But we're here today to look at this grass. I can see a job out here sometime for our new sprayer. We've got a little bit of an issue with docks. Quite a lot of docks. But I don't think it's going to be this year. Maybe next year we'll get out here with a broadleaf and knock them back. Anyway, so we're going to make silage and hay from this. So the idea is hopefully in the 3-4 weeks time we'll do our first cut out here. We've had no fertilizer on this yet, toying with fertilizer. Reg has got some liquid left over, enough to do this, and crookhorn, a few acres over the road. So we might put a bit of fertilizer on this, get it away. Now we've had some rain, so we want to do first cut silage, which the bales will go back over there again, and then get it green, maybe then put some fertilizer on if we don't do it now, and then do a cut of hay a bit later in the year. And the same goes for one piece over there, the big ground we call it. We'll cut that. Everything else over there will be left for green for the cattle. We'll be grazing that. Yeah, and then everything else, barley. So we're going to harvest some grains, I hope, and some straw. Okay, well that's the oak and that's the ash. So I would say the oak is definitely coming out before the ash. So we're only going to get a splash. Some of you will know what that means. So this little tump of trees, we had to take this ash tree down last year because he was so badly decayed that it was becoming unsafe. We've also reduced that one because that too had quite a lot of decay in it. We want to keep our old trees as long as we can. Obviously, being an arborist, arboriculturalist, whatever you want to call it, tree surgeon, tree nut, tree lover, hugger, all of the above. We want to maintain and look after our trees, and we had intended to plant some more up here, but stuff kind of happened over the last few months that have taken my mind off of that. I won't go into that, but yeah, but that is a project for later this year perhaps, is plant a few more trees in here. But when we do that, we're going to have to fence it because we do have sheep out here in the autumn. And yeah, my purpose here this afternoon is just to see how the grass is doing. Like I said, no fertilizer on this. we still have a bay of hay left at the farm. So I kind of thought I had enough, but then with the weather we've had, and if we get a dry summer, it won't take long to get rid of that lot. Hence the reason for looking for 2 cuts off this year. We do have some very nice soil. We are blessed and lucky to have some decent soil. Yeah, I don't want to see that. I need to get this cut before these go to seed. Right, that's possibly, that one's okay. A little bit of deadwood, not worried too much about that one. That one's not quite so okay. 1, 2, 3 very dead elms, 1 freshly dead elm, and 1 ash tree that has definitely got a bit of dieback. But then I think, again, they can probably wait until we've taken the grass off this. I'll get the tree guys over here for a day. They can deadwood that, clear that, have a bit of a tidy up. This ash down here we pruned, 3, 4 years ago. So basically we lifted the crown, excuse the gesture, we lifted the crown, and there was some dead up in the top. I see there's a bit more coming now, which we took out. But I'm not quite so concerned about this chap. He is looking okay. And a bit of dead is not a bad thing. If you're an insect or a beetle, which is an insect, or something that likes a bit of dead wood. Woodpeckers who eat beetle larvae. Okay, so Redlands, we'll go over there in a minute and we'll have a look at our wet spot. I have been onto the water board again. Hopefully they're going to come out and have another look at that because it was still running. And this is Little Barnels, which 3 years ago was grass. Well, 50% grass and 50% docks. So a lot worse than that. That's the showground. So that field's called the showground because in my uncle's day, that is where the Tidderton Gymkhana was held every year. My uncle used to host the Gymkhana. And then when my dad took it on, the Gymkhana moved into the village. Not because we chucked him out or anything, it was just that somebody in the village said, actually, do you want to have it here? So it got moved, so, which was okay. We didn't mind. That's looking all right though, isn't it? Looking the right colour. Right, well, we've seen the grass. Grass is coming. It's slow because we've had no water, no moisture. So the last 2 days we've had a bit, not a lot, not really enough to measure in our water gauges. It's not really, it's damped them. You need a bit more. This is actually tillering out really quickly now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We might get away with this, you know. I think that tram line's a bit wide, Reg. Compared to the one over there, that was a bit narrow. We had issues with the drill on the tram lines. I don't know quite what the issues were, how they got confused or messed up, but they did. So, yeah, we were supposed to be doing tram lines for my 18-metre sprayer, but so is that the left wheel or the right wheel? Who knows? That's one of those narrow tram lines. Maybe a compact tractor, but not mine, definitely not Reg's. Right, should we look at our wet spot? Well, I don't want them in the field, so they can go over there. Yeah, it's still there. That looks like a sprayer print. Okay. Anyway, it is still, something's been out of a puddle in there. It's still wet. Still running. Not as fast though. I think the ground is soaking quite a lot of it up. And this wind is a drying wind. It's being pulled out, but it is still running. Looks like we've had some deer running around the edge of this. All around the edge. And even out in it, there's prints everywhere. Right. I could see the bit I missed. Yeah, that was me. I definitely did that. That little faux pas there, that was me. I was coming this way, coming down, and I just nudged the control of the tractor forward just to go a little bit faster. And in that nudge, I switched off the navigation. Didn't notice I'd done it until I got to about there, and then thought, oh, bottoms. Words to that effect. Pressed the button again, and that's where he corrected himself, got back in line. So yeah, that's mine. I'll own it. There's another one of those really, really wide tram lines. I have no idea what was going on there. So, as far as I'm aware, all I did was go up and down and up and down, and the tractor's supposed to do that for you, and I was checking the meter. I never noticed it was gone wrong, but yeah, that's a tram line for a motorbike. No use to man or beast. But, you know, some of the rest of it is okay, apart from where it repeated itself and did it again over there. I could blame the tractor, but I know what they say about a bad workman. I got most of it in the ground. Most of it. See, look, and then there, we've gone from, what, 6 metre wide tram line to a 1.2? I mean, you know, what's going on? I've been looking at this all the way up the edge of the woodland here, and I would say 20% of it's been nibbled by, I think this is mainly deer. There's very little sign of rabbits out here, so I think this is mainly deer damage out here. It's not terrible, I mean it's recoverable, but I'd just rather they didn't. Here, go and eat someone else's. Anyway, so apparently this is what farmers do. We come out, we walk around, and we scratch our chins, and we go, and we look at the size, vigour, colour. That's definitely gone a little bit greener. Still a little bit of a yellow patch down the bottom there, but then Reg can't spray quite so close to woodland. So a little bit yellower down there, but definitely greened up. We'll have you. And you. A couple more. And a bit of string. Like I said in the last field walk, If I pick up a bit every time, maybe by the time I retire, well, I got all of it. That's not gonna happen, is it? Bloody plastic. No prizes for guessing what that's from. Right, we're back at home. Just need to go in and see the boys and girls. Some of them are out sunning themselves, because obviously we let them out into the little paddock yesterday. They wanted to go into the entire field, there's not enough grass. But we just come down and check, make sure they got enough to eat. Well, there's plenty in there. You all right in there? Yeah, I'm all right in there. How about you lot? You've polished off most of that, haven't you? We might give you another bale in a bit. How much you got left in there? Oh, there's oh. Actually, with that and that down there, you've probably got enough for today. Maybe a fresh bale tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, I'm off into Bristol with Mrs. P. I'm taking her to talk to the kitchen designer for her kitchen. It's happening. Hello, you lot. How we doing? Hello, Rosie. Oh yeah. Right. Well, they've kind of nibbled that off out there, haven't they? But I didn't let them out there to eat the grass. I let them out there to give a bit of sun on their backs. So, which is what they're doing. Hello, mate. You all right? You all right? Good. Yeah. How about you? You all right? Yeah. Not quite a scratchy post, but nearly in it. Where's Mary? There she is. Yes, it's me. It's me. Oh, wow, now she's happy. That nice. Eh? Oh, she was enjoying that. That was like he took advantage. I was giving her a bit of fuss, and he decided to give her a bit of fuss. Is it nice? Hey, is it? What do you think you're doing? They are so nosy. You can't eat that, that's my hand. Besides that, you're a vegan. They're trying to tell me something. Is that gate shut down the bottom there? I might just walk this fence and maybe let them in here. There's not much in here because it's had 3 rams in here for quite a while, and I would imagine the ground is going to be a bit stale, but it will give them a bit more space. So yeah, we'll just walk the fence. And that one round there. I don't want to give them too much at one go. There's not a lot here for them, but I'll remind you, there's plenty in the barn, so they're not going to go hungry. I just need the grass out there that we fertilised to get in front of them. And TB out the way. That'll keep them in. I think we'll let them through. Yeah, make them happy. As much as anything else, this has spread out the wear and tear. That little paddock up there is going to get beat up, especially if we get some more rain. So this has spread them out a little bit. Nothing much to eat, but plenty of space to move about, frolic and stuff that they do. Look, coiled springs, aren't they? All right then, come on then. Make your day. You have to work round that you have to go round. Always one stupid one, isn't there? They've got their heads down. I'm kind of surprised by that because I thought that ground might taste a bit, well, rammy, you know, sheepy, boy sheepy, nutty. Yeah. Well, this will release a lot of pressure on the bedding in the barn as well because they'll sleep outside. Given the choice, if it's not cold or wet, they will quite happily kip out here. This hedge, which is one of the reasons we keep it up, will protect them from the prevailing wind, which comes from the southwest. So yeah, it's not a bad place to spend the night, you know. Look at the view. A room with a view. Spike Island, or Nibble Me Monument, as we used to say when we were youngsters, because it was funny. It's still funny. Right, okay. Is that nice? You enjoying that? Is that not a bit like sheepy? Oh, they seem quite happy. I like them happy. It's going to make things like putting bales in, feeders and stuff and that a lot easier because I can literally shut one gate, shut them all out. So if I have got to do bedding and stuff like that, I can do it while they're all out here. So yeah, it's going to make my life a bit easier. As long as I don't escape. Pretty old sky, innit? Big old jumbo off to the States. Some of them are already gone. They've chewed that off tight, haven't they? That is unusually, that's like horse tight, that is. They really wanted that bit of grass. Yeah, don't usually see cattle graze it off that tight. But they've pushed the fence over and gone as far as they can. Even the sheep didn't chew it as tight as that.